this. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's just that this is how lots of scary stories go. You're in an empty place, in the middle of no... Quick, do something! Paimon's intuition says that anyone we run into, if he gets us, he's gonna eat...
Who are you? Traveler? Are you from one of the other nations? Could it be that you... I'm just here for a funeral. I don't mean to offend. No matter who you...
Whew. Seems he's just your average scaredy cat. Yep. You should leave the introduction. Don't be afraid. We come in peace.
God's for...
No. Stop freaking out and...
Relax. Yes, whatever you say. Don't come any closer. I mean you no harm. Don't touch me.
Hey! Paimon already said nothing... Was it something Paimon said? Let's go after him. He might do something stupid.
Director! There's a...
Oh? Don't get too excited. These are clients.
Exactly! We said we're not ghosts. Why would you calm down? Although, clients doesn't seem...
Yeah, forgive me. This is one of our new undertakers, Meng. It's his first time working a funeral, so...
Funeral... Oh! The Wangsheng funeral!
Oh, you know Zhongli? Well, I'm Hu Tao, the current director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, responsible for a satisfying trade to be in, though. And Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is well known around...
Yeah, if we were looking for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's help, this...
but you see, I wasn't referring to clients in the business sense. Everyone who enters this mortal realm will be... sooner or later.
Well, that's dark.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor welcomes advanced reservations. When you choose us, you'll never have to worry about what might be around the corner, but be sure to book the right date. Pro tip, it is a living nightmare trap. Speaking of dates, if you're struggling to decide, please do come and talk it over. I'd hate to...
Whoa! Slow down! That's... you... There's a lot to unpack here.
You'll have to excuse her. The director, we'd heard that there'd been some supernatural activity at Wuwang Hill. It went very smoothly. According to the
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, Wuwang Hill, funeral. You two, on the other hand, have no business coming to Wuwang Hill.
Maybe you're understanding...
Adventure? You must hail from the Adventurers Guild. Then you are one of our distinguished clients. What do people...
Wood? What do you mean?
That's just how we gauge our clients' importance. We have 4 levels: wicker, bamboo, wood, and marble.
But I've just only heard of this.
Well, that's because I only just thought of it. Oh, take a look. Our adventurers spend the whole day scaling mountains, clearing. Clients like these deserve better treatment. Oh, touched a nerve, did I? I'd have thought any adventurers who did. Anyway, I have a favor to ask. Recently, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has been trying to strike a business. Let me think what I could offer you as a reward. Or perhaps there's a favor.
We're looking for someone. We've asked a lot of people, but nobody seems to have...
This seems like something right up my alley. You see? Helping me will be worth your...
when did we become your assistant?
You again. Look, I told you, we're not interested in the kind of cooperation you...
Come on, there's no reason to get upset. Look, one of your members is an avid supporter of my proposition. Oh, since our last negotiation, I've come up with a new proposal, which I think you'll find has far more benefits for you. First things first, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor will prioritize the adventurers. That's not all. We also provide an on-site cadaver collection service covering almost all regions in Liyue. Now,
I don't think you're hearing me.
okay, all right. I get it. You want to bargain a little more. But our offer as it stands is already quite a... Just think about it. An adventurer's life is full of unexpected threats. It's only natural to take precautions.
Yeah, no. I'm not so sure that saying applies in this context. Speaking of precautions, and rather focused, it's time for you to go. I have to attend to
Oh, wait, hold on. What would you say to a group discount?
Director, please, you did your best. We don't...
If Paimon understood all that correctly, it seems like she's trying to sell...
Yeah, nothing left to do here. Rejecting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's their loss. Some things are inevitable. It's only a matter of time. I'll protect us.
The wolves prey upon the fallen.
Seems like the old ways are the most reliable after all. Mung, are you done preparing our promotional materials?
My apologies. I'm only about halfway through. Do you really think they will be effective?
Trust me, they're going to work wonders. This marketing strategy has been used by Wangsheng Funeral Parlor for generations. Clients in need come to our door and write down their commissions on blank wooden tiles. Then they squeeze those inside the parlor through the crack under the door. I fulfill the request written on each tile to make sure our clients are satisfied with the service, no matter if it's an obituary, cremation, or funeral that they seek. Although, it is a bit of a hassle with the constant back and forth. If only we could...
No, Director, I'm not asking about the wooden tiles themselves, but about the special offer they advertise.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor should keep up with the times. Just think about it. If we don't attract new clients, we'll be left with nothing, won't we? Business development is a crucial element of every prosperous enterprise. I've been trying various marketing I put up posters just like all the other shops, but the Millilith promptly removed them. Then I organized the Wangsheng Visitors Day, but no one showed up.
Well, that doesn't come as a huge surprise.
And finally, I discovered that the traditional ways are the most reliable after all. I took inspiration, so now I go from door to door looking for people and organizations willing to cooperate. Just like during our visit to the Adventurers Guild. The other method I'm trying is using the wooden tiles as coupons. Just by writing things like, buy one, get one free for the holder of this tile on them.
What do they buy and...
A solid and durable second home, of course. Well, they may not need it right away, but they can be sure that when they do, it will still be as good as new. It won't start deteriorating before you finish doing so yourself. That's the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor quality guarantee. All right, Mung, keep adding those special offers to the wooden tiles. The future of our business depends on it.
I'm still not sure this will work.
Oh, I get it. You think that our special offer is not It is true. I was offering all kinds of great benefits to the Adventurers Guild but in doing so I neglected my old clients. You're right. It's unfair. Let me do some market research. Wait here, my faithful assistants. I'll be back with you in a moment.
Paimon already told you we're not your Guess we got dragged into somebody else's business again.
You must be the director's new hires.
Not us. We're just very curious about Wangsheng funeral.
Well, I wouldn't get too curious if I were you. Too much knowledge isn't good for ordinary folk. The director is tactful when it comes to what should and shouldn't be known.
Her? That? We should get going. Let's go find Hu Tao.
That's settled then. Write it like this. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor Bumper Sale. Buy one, get one free. Buy two, get three free. More for your Mora. I love it. Better than all that lifeless brochure stuff. We want people to feel warm.
But Director, isn't Lifeless the name of the game in this industry?
That's old hat. We're opening up new ground.
Why does Wangsheng Funeral Parlor need to open?
Poor guy's giving up.
Right, we should get going. I am not letting new business escape us.
We?
Who else? Do you see anyone else around here? Oh, well,
Stop adding little afterthoughts like that. It creeps people.
just a joke. Sorry. Everything you see is everything that's present. Lighten up. The way I see it, people make death scarier than it. What people truly fear about departing this world is suffering and regret. To deal with the trauma, they let their imaginations run wild with notions of ghosts. Oh, baseless fantasies. What we've ended up with is a topic that people are morbidly afraid of talking about. If I don't broach the subject, then Wangsheng Funeral Parlor won't be long for the... Oh, more approachable and appeasable than you'd imagined?
I wouldn't say that.
You must have come across a particularly ferocious entity. How should I put this? Most spirits are incapable of harming, or the job of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is to guard the border between life and death. One component of this is correcting notions of death and the afterlife that people may hold. Simply put, for those unable to see the border, so for ordinary folks, the best case scenario is ignorance of all matters concerning spirits in the afterlife, or even better, a belief that none of it exists.
Then you really don't have any excuse for
You make it sound so abominable. I'm just trying to get them to see the humor in it all. I never thought you'd be such a bore. Never mind. If you stick by me, everything will be... Alright, let's get going.
Director, wait! What about Big G?
Big G? Who's that? We've been in Liyue for ages and...
Oh, nothing. Just something Mung's been pleading with me to take care of. Should be a piece of cake.
Where are we going?
To visit an important potential client. I'll lead the way.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Sorry.
Hello, I'm Hu Tao, director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Okay, so why would someone from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor be
Nothing major. How are you feeling these days? Any aches? You shouldn't ignore them, by the way. Very often they're an omen of something terminal. When we're healthy, it's easy to forget the crushing fragility of life. So, aches and pains, best to keep an eye on them.
What are you getting at? I'm in great health and enjoying life very much, thank you. Go and find some other poor soul. Goodbye.
Why did they get angry? What's wrong with a few earnest health tips?
Come and see these rare.
Hyman thinks it's because they're coming from the director of a funeral parlor.
And you are? Be quick.
Hello there. Would you be interested in understanding a bit about our services at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? I'm not... So you're out here looking for new customers? Don't you think this might be a bit of a crass way of going about it?
Hardly. Isn't this the fashion these days? Bring the service to the customer and all that.
I'm not sure it's every service that falls into that. Anyway, please bother someone else if you don't mind.
Another failure. Still, not the end of the world.
Paimon's curious. Does this approach ever work out for you?
I know your face. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Don't apologize. Get to know us. We've got a new sale going on. Ever hear the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, going out with a bang is the best way to start.
If you keep talking like this, I'll have to call the Millilith.
No. Okay, relax. But Wangsheng Funeral Parlor awaits your distinguished...
You really don't give up, do you?
Are you trying to make me feel better? Well, thank you. Seems you understand me far better than most...
Not really. This is just getting really uncomfortable.
Business development? Is that what you see this as? Surely you don't think all that was business.
Then what was it exactly? Traumatization for its own sake?
No. The business development ended after I was helping to find somebody for Meng. You remember Big G? As it turns out, the Big G that Meng is looking for is a ghost adrift in the mortal realm. The three we saw just now were all people I suspected of being followed by Big G, but having seen them, I didn't sense the presence of anything otherworldly. So we just had a quick chat, and I left it at that.
Why didn't you say so? Paimon thought you had some kind of sixth sense for...
Huh? What would I need that kind of ability for? I'm no doctor. Were you seriously hoping that the director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was going...
Paimon was trying to subtly imply that... never mind.
Well, let's leave that for now and head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. This Big G matter is very closely linked to Meng. Meng, I'm back. I'm afraid we're still no cl-
I see. Well, I'm just sorry for the trouble.
Who is this Big G anyway?
I guess I should start at the beginning. My home was in the vicinity. Big G was one of them. We were the best of friends. Inseparable, really. I've never forgotten. Too many memories, I suppose. But recently, after one such visit, I started to feel strange. I can't help but wonder, did I disturb him somehow? Perhaps. I don't have proof, but how would I ever come to terms with my childhood friend becoming an
That's why he joined Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. In place of a salary, I'm helping. And in fact, what Meng has said is entirely plausible. Spirits on occasion do find a way into our world. But as for evil spirits, I think you're scaring yourself. Even I have only encountered malevolent forces a handful of times.
But are you sure there's no danger? I couldn't bear for him to go around.
You see what I mean? Look at the state of him. If we can't find Big G, it'll eat away at... Those people we found today were also Meng's childhood friends. I thought there was a good chance Big G might have hidden among them. But here we are, empty-handed.
Wuwang Hill, childhood friends?
Sorry, excuse me. Is this Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? My name's Luo Chung. I've had this awful feeling recently, like some of my friends and I went to Wuwang Hill the other day on a dare. After I returned home, I fell ill. I've been having recurring nightmares, but the doctors can't find anything wrong with me. I think that it's a curse.
Say no more. There's no doubt it's a demonic curse, all right, and
You believe so too? Then it's just like they say in the tales of old. The vengeful spirits of the gods who fell in the Archon War return to cast their... And if the curse isn't lifted, it will burn through the body, laying waste to flesh and bone. Oh, the symptoms I'm having are just like those described in the tales.
Wuwang Hill? No, I don't think it was a curse.
Hold your horses, both of you. There's no need.
Isn't that exactly what you like to do?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor specializes in demonic stuff like this, right? Help me.
All right, don't panic. Leave it to me. You've come to the right person. However, in order to lift the curse, we need a suitable location. Come with me, my trusty assistants.
I guess I'll come too.
Help him make the preparations first. The incense exorcism, the one I taught you. When you're ready, come and find me. Once we've finished with this, we'll get back to the...
Okay, I guess.
Right. Let's...
Rituals are
No ritual at all. We just need to kill some Wait, you didn't take all that vengeful god's curse stuff seriously, did you? You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, and the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old. Why would you ask that? Paimon just wants to know why we can't tell everyone the truth.
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the situation, and what I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe.
Makes sense. But why would anyone believe that it's a curse?
Do you know the history of the Yaksha? They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed. That resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading, purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were...
Paimon didn't see that coming.
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague... We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead. So when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go tell... Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. Oh, you're finally here! We just finished our preparation. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you, but don't worry. The traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety. Oh, right. I forgot to tell you.
Will that really solve my problem?
Trust the director. She might look like a weirdo.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charming? All right, let's get down to business. Michael...
Is it really possible to materialize the curse?
Coming to be, moment of birth.
I'm counting on you!
Burst forth. Feel this ancient power.
Retribution!
How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Yes, I feel more invigorated. I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it hadn't been for...
Great. In which case, I get... You've been This exorcism device? People like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line and those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden
The curse wasn't real? Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards the...
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that, but...
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time. Human life is short.
Wow.
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, since we are done with the matter at hand...
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
I didn't mean to bother you.
This is Big G?
Well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when...
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard...
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
what's happened. Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back.
This explanation sounds a bit...
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my...
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone. A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them back and ended up here.
It must have been poor Lo Chung that you followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now we know what caused his nightmares.
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Yeah, Hu Tao and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor, and I got lost in the city.
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself.
So, all of this was just because you got lost? Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit? Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
I can't. It's too high for me.
That's right, yes! He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the leyline monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Ru, Mumu, and Songza.
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down. We'll ask them all to help us. Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wuwang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them during the ritual, then come and find us.
You're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to the...
That's not a good idea.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes.
Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan? At least by keeping things low-key, we won't be giving anyone nightmares.
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon. Yes, we grew up together. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find that... But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go commemorate him or anything.
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken. I can make it for you if you bring me some Jueyun chilies. I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years. I still use that old recipe.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
Jueyun chilies are a common sight in the, Great, this should be enough. I'll get started on the Jueyun chili chicken. I guess you've got other folks to track when everyone's ready. I'll get the dish over to you.
Great! See you later!
I can't believe the well got polluted.
I wanted to...
Not you again. I told you, I'm not interested.
Mung told us about you. You're good friends.
That's true, yes. Come to think, it didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Letting go of the past is... So, is Big G the reason?
How did you know? We didn't even...
Don't worry, I'm a businessman. I won't go spilling your secrets. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up shop. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. We were penniless. Today, business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these.
Wow! You must be like super...
For me, it's a memento of a childhood long gone. So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Woo and...
Mm-hmm. We already saw Little Woo. Now we gotta find Sung.
I see. If it's Sungzi you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
You're all here.
Reminiscing about old times. Thinking back to
Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so we've got nowhere to go back to. Now, home is wherever friends are.
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes. I make artisan Xiao lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago, I bought some quality plastrite shards. They're currently all in the warehouse at the dock. I've already spoken to the manager. Could I ask you to retrieve them?
Seems like you already know what's going on. Be back. La 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 la.
All tasks have been handed out.
Hi, we're here to pick up the plus.
I think he mentioned it. The plastrite shards are over in that crate.
Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else. Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else.
Inside of me.
These look like what Sungza was talking about. Let's head back.
I still have a lot to do with the gear.
My thanks to both of you. This looks like great stuff. Please. Okay, there we go. I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, during the annual lantern rite, we all, no matter what the days may bring, whichever roads we choose to take.
As for the matter of Big G, the 3 of us...
But if you get the chance, please let him know and that the things we once spoke of, they've all come to pass.
Thank you! We'll pass it on! Big G is lucky to have friends like you. We got everything we need! Let's go to Wuwang Hill and find Hu Tao and the others!
Oh, you're back already? Sooner than You didn't go spilling the beans, did you, Paimon?
Does Paimon look that unreliable to you?
I'm kidding! Anyway, looks like they were willing to hand over some keepsake. Nevertheless, when it comes to things like ghosts and ghouls, which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story. Which is just as well, because if they had attempted to guard the border between life and death, this is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's
So what about us? Does it matter if we...
Of course not! After all, you were caught up in all this already, just like Meng. It's not the end of the world if you catch a glimpse behind the curtain. And where we're going, don't be surprised at what you may see or what may occur. All of it exists within the border between the living and the dead. An ordinary place, really. The only special thing about it is that nobody really knows. Whatever you do, don't get all worked up over nothing, okay? Or else by the time... So listen to everything I say.
What's Paimon's scared, but like Hu Tao says, we're already caught up in... Wow! What is this place?
Somewhere close to death, but not like the hell or underworld from the tales of old. This is just a place where the ley lines tend to go a little bit haywire. So keep your cool. Follow me. The farewell ceremony site is just up ahead.
That pattern looks familiar.
From the right angle, you can make out the whole thing.
Oh, just like last time.
Time to go!
This place doesn't feel at peace.
That's why it's named the border. You can't just cross whenever you please. You need to have a little... how do people normally put it? Pomp and ceremony?
I'm pretty sure that's not how people put it.
Verdict is... Witness my great undertaking!
Time to go!
La 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 la. Let the show begin.
By the way, I imagine Adventurers Guild members are good at making order of things. See if you can find a way to get the right things into the right places. Usually it requires a bit of destruction as well as elemental reactions. On your marks.
You talking to us?
Verdict is...
nowhere to hide. Time to go!
This looks the same, but there aren't enough. So confusing. Let's have a look around. Or up ahead.
I'll protect us.
where we just were before?
I'll protect us.
What in Tevat is going on? Have we even been moving forward this whole time?
It's almost as if we're constantly being sent back to the beginning. Everything resets.
Let the show begin.
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah.
Finally! Paimon thought we were gonna be trapped in that weird place forever.
That's exactly the point. Trespassers end up running scared.
So that's the weird stuff out of the way, right?
Yep. Just dive off the edge here.
Let's dance.
Welcome to the farewell ceremony site. Our destination is just up ahead. I know you're excited, so feel free to have a look around and talk amongst yourselves. Soon you'll find out there's nothing special about this place.
Let's dance.
Are you clients? Apologies. This is seeing that it was Hu Tao that brought you puts me at ease. But I'm afraid we don't have the means to entertain guests. My name is Lan Si. I've been waiting for someone for a long time now. Everyone says waiting is difficult. But walking, watching, talking to new... I can keep waiting, but who knows whether what I'm waiting for will have... It's all the same to me. Waiting's all I can do anyway. But if you two are looking for some...
Are you new here? What a coincidence, so am I! I can't believe how nice the scenery is. I thought it'd be all pitch black and freezing cold with no sense of space or time. Here I can finally work out a lifetime of emotions. It's fantastic. By the way, have you seen Uncle Jean recently?
That guy? I remember him saying it was time for him to move on.
Good for him. I wonder where he's...
If you're curious, why don't we go and see for ourselves?
Some other time, perhaps. I'd like to... By the way, have you...
That guy?
Good.
If you're curious...
It's the lantern rite again! Wouldn't it be cool if we got to see the lanterns ourselves one day?
You can make a wish without a lantern, you know. My mom told me. As long as you yell it really loud.
Yell it? Isn't that kinda...
As soon as the first person yells, then everyone else just joins in, and nobody feels embarrassed anymore.
That's right. Little Wu, you start.
Alright, I wish I could open a massive restaurant with never-ending dishes and snacks, so I could eat...
That's your wish?
If that's so funny, what's your wish?
To get rich, of course. Do big business and make a load of Mora. With Mora, you can do whatever you want and be happy.
Yeah, if you get rich, you could buy that super expensive toy box.
Not just one. One for everyone. No, loads for everyone.
Well, if Momo's gonna be a businessman, then I don't need to earn any money.
Whoa. It's tough getting rich. Don't put all the pressure on me.
As for me, I want to learn to make Ming Xiao lanterns. The big kind! And Xiao lanterns, too. I'll be the best.
Yeah! That way we don't need to go to Liyue Harbor to release Xiao lanterns.
Anyway, those are our wishes. Meng, Big G, what about me?
Huh? disappeared. Right when he was
It brings back so many memories. That was the last lantern ride the 5 of us spent together.
It's been so long. Have all those wishes really come true?
We asked each of them for parting gifts for you. Little Wu's become a chef. Mumu's a successful businessman. And Songza makes great...
Really? Wow.
We've never forgotten our childhood dreams. We've kept them in our hearts as a promise to anyway. Time to release...
Hey, take a hint. Let's give them some space to go over the good old days.
Take the hint? Really? Of all of us, you're the one who needs to learn how to...
Monk's already crossed the border. That's the only way to send Big G off. As I explained, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was, once upon a time, more akin to a doctor's office than an actual... During the Archon War, piles of corpses covered the wilderness. People were plunged into misery and suffering. Disease was spreading all. Such were the times when the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first established. As humans, its founders were deemed too insignificant to matter, but
they must have paid a huge price for that.
After generations, Liyue Harbor became a bustling hub of prosperity, luring people with dreams of great fame and abundant mora. But in the end, some lunatic... By that I mean the remnants of the defeated gods that ravaged the world. I won't go into specifics of that situation, but suffice to say that at its peak, it took a long, long time. Longer than you'd think to restore balance and reinstate the border. Without it, Liyue Harbor as we know it wouldn't be here today. Neither would the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, you or me. Not a chance. Curiosity can be perilous, you know. Don't forget my warning, the less you know, the better. What you make of my words is up to you. I do hope that most of it flew over your heads, though. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is just that, a funeral parlor. Nothing more to it. We live in peaceful times, but this harmonious coexistence between life and death should never... Huh? It's about time. Let's go. Let's take them to the place where all begins and all goes...
What kind of place is that?
I just mean where we first bumped into each other. I come up with fun names for things sometimes, okay? No need to hound me with questions about every little thing I say. I think we did everything we could to make you happy, Big G, wouldn't you say? But if you ever really do become an evil spirit and come back with more nefarious nonsense in mind, I may have to forget our friendship and give you a far less fond farewell.
I won't, I promise. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. Now that I know that my friends are doing so well, I have no intention to bother.
I also want to thank you. You made my dream come true, too.
So you should also mind my warning, Mung. If you won't let go of the past, I might reunite you two sooner than you think.
How can you say such horrendous things with that smile on your face?
Well then, last but not least, let's say our goodbyes to Big G.
See you later, Big G.
Not like that. You won't be seeing him later. Let's stick to goodbye and such.
No worries. I'll just take my leave. I'm sorry. Of all the wishes we yelled that day, only ours hasn't come true.
Nah, don't be bothered by that. No life is without its regrets. You could...
All right. I'll remember you all.
He's gone then. I thought that closure would bring me relief, but all I can feel now is...
So, what was the wish you two made?
After each of us has started a family and built a career, we want both our families to spend the lantern rite together. That's why I envy my friends so much. Little Wu and the rest, they all had a chance to fulfill their wishes. Mine, however, will remain...
That's right! Also, think about this. Everyone gets burnt to ash one day. So enjoy your life while you can, and when your duty to the living is over, you can meet whoever you want again in the afterlife. Isn't that great?
Either way, I don't think I'll ever return to Wuwang Hill. I have a lot of feelings to process.
No worries. It's a good opportunity for you to go on vacation. Consider your leave approved. Naturally, this doesn't change the terms of our previous agreement.
Aren't you forgetting about something?
I took you to the border and let you have a look around, didn't I? But based on your reaction, it seems like you didn't find what you're looking for.
The biggest pity.
I was fishing around on your behalf through the channels that aren't accessible to you. Unfortunately, I didn't find it. I'll keep my eyes open in case anything crops up. If so, I'll be sure to let you know.
You don't sound like you mean it.
I'm not an expert on tracking down the living. However, if you want me to summon someone from the other side of the border...
Oh, stop saying creepy stuff!
Relax. I'll help you look for them. You have my word. My exquisite sense of humor always goes unappreciated. I have my reasons.
Reasons?
The spirits we saw near the border are the dead that still long for the world of the living. But I've never seen any of the previous directors there, not even once. This means that becoming the director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the right decision for them, and left them with no regrets.